continue with our agenda for today's class. I'm gonna read it, and please everyone read with me. The first one is welcome, social emotional content, then we have content, objective, reflection, reading skill. For this, we are gonna use our reading pads in order you can improve your reading skill. Content development, and at last we have questions and answers. Let's continue. Hello, my dear students from 5th graders. How are you today? How do you feel? In my case, I'm very good to be here with you again. Okay, and today we are going to continue with our activities on the books that I'm going to mention in this moment. What are the books you are going to use? I'm going to mention these books in order you can prepare your materials. The first book we are going to use is reading pads. Why reading pads? Remember, it's very important that you improve your reading skill. And we are going to use a student's book, and at last we are going to use our practice book. And in this way, we are going to develop our class. And another thing that I'm going to mention is that, or I'm going to ask you for a favor. Les voy a pedir un favor, chicos. Pay attention to this. Please don't interrupt, don't distract your classmates on this chat. No distraigan a sus compañeritos en el chat. Why? Because if you start talking about different contents, you are not gonna understand what you have to do in the activities that you are gonna do. Okay? Si ustedes interrumpen a sus compañeritos en el chat hablando de otros temas que no son de la clase, después no me van a entender lo que tienen que realizar. Ok, pay attention to the instructions, develop the activities. I'm gonna help you in order you can complete it step by step. Yo les voy a ayudar a completarlos paso a paso. What I need is that you pay special attention to the instructions. Okay, my dear boys and girls? Now we are going to continue with our social emotional content. For the social emotional content, we are going to listen a song on your reading pads. Okay, the name for this song is Down by the Bay. Pay attention and sing the song.
Did you ever see a bear combing his hair?
Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home, I dare not go. For if I do, my mother will say.
Did you ever see a bee with a sunburned knee?
Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home.
Did you ever see a moose kissing a goose?
Down by the bay. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home, I dare not go. For if I do, my mother will say.
Did you ever see a whale with a polka dot tail?
Down by the
The contents in which we are going to study today are reflexive pronouns and pronunciation. The objectives for this class are to understand and use words to refer back to the subject of the sentence or clause. This is the first objective we are gonna follow. Then the objective number 2, to recognize and practice a specific sound and its spelling. This is related with the second content, that is pronunciation. Now, let's continue. For the reflection that you can see in this presentation, I'm gonna ask you a question. Please try to answer. That is, which step have you reached today? On which step have you reached today? We have some options and you are gonna choose depending on how you feel today. We have, I won't do it, I can't do it, I want to do it, how do I do it, I'll try to do it, I can do it, I will do it, and the last is, yes, I did it. Think about it and tell me, on which step have you reached today? The majority of you can say, teacher, I am in the top of these stairs. That is, yes, I did it. But there are some others who can say, in my case, teacher, I am in the second step. That is, I can't do it. No puedo hacerlo. Why? Why do you think that? ¿Por qué piensas eso? Remember that all is possible in this life. What you have to do is try to be on the top of these steps. What is this? Yes, I did it. This is the main purpose for this reflection. Okay, now we are going to continue with reading skill. Please take out your reading pads and we are going to continue reading a text.
Father came in from the yard with a basket of strawberries he had just picked from the garden.
It's the birthday girl. Are you ready to get out to the fields?
He asked. I had been begging him since I was 13 to let me drive the tractor. Most of my friends on nearby farms were already driving their tractors, but Dad had insisted that I wasn't old enough. I can do just as well as they can, I kept telling my father.
When you're 15,
he always said.
Why don't you call up to your cousin?
Asked Mom. Just as I was about to yell up the stairs, Marcus came down frowning. It's still dark out, he griped.
Well, the sun's just about ready to rise,
said Dad.
We start early so we don't have to work during the heat of the day.
Dad finished his coffee.
Let's get going, you two.
What about breakfast? Marcus asked. The animals first, I reminded him. We'll eat after we've collected the eggs from the chickens, milk the cows, and send the cows out to pasture. But don't worry, Mom will have breakfast waiting for us when we're done. My mother smiled and winked at Marcus. Marcus nervously followed us out to the yard.
Now it's time to start with content number 1, that is reflexive pronouns. But you are going to ask, but I don't know what is a reflexive pronoun. Here we have a short explanation about what is a reflexive pronoun or how you are going to use them. You are going to use them when the subject and object are the same. Lo van a usar cuando el sujeto y el objeto sean los mismos. But what is a subject? ¿Qué es un sujeto? Pay attention to this. The subject are, or the subjects are, in this case, as you can see in the presentation, I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. These are called subjects. Estos son conocidos como sujetos. Remember that you use the subject at the beginning of the sentence in order to know who we are talking about in a sentence. Recuerden que el sujeto va al inicio de la oración. De esta manera identificamos de quién o de quiénes estamos hablando en la oración. And according to these subjects, each subject has a reflexive pronoun. What is the reflexive pronoun for I? Myself. That means in Spanish, mí mismo o mí misma. Then we have you. What is the reflexive pronoun? Yourself. He, the reflexive pronoun is himself. She, herself. It, itself. We, ourselves. And the last one is they, the reflexive pronoun, themselves. Here we have, try to memorize this information. Why? Because you are gonna need it at the moment to complete the exercises related with this. I have in here some sentences in order you can understand better how you are gonna use the reflexive pronouns. Tengo unos ejercicios o unos ejemplos para que ustedes sepan cómo van a utilizar los pronombres reflexivos. The first sentence says, I can do this myself. Puedo hacer esto por mí mismo o puedo hacer esto por mí misma. The second sentence, be careful, you could hurt yourself. Ten cuidado, te puedes cortar a ti mismo. Then the next example, my son reads to himself. On this sentence, we are talking about he. My son reads to himself. Mi hijo lee por sí mismo. Next one, she bought herself a new laptop. Ella compró por sí misma una nueva laptop. Next one, my computer updates itself. Mi computadora se actualizó por sí misma. We need to finish ourselves. Necesitamos finalizar esto por nosotros mismos. And the last sentence is, they paid themselves first. Ellos pagaron por sí mismos primero. These are the examples related with reflexive pronouns. Now we are going to continue with a student's book. Please take out your student's book and we are going to start developing these activities.
5. Listen and complete the TV ad.
Are you bored with your apartment? Are your rooms revolting? Is your home horrifying? Then don't live in the house of yesterday. Move to the home of tomorrow. Our houses are taller than trees, lighter than air, more powerful than hurricanes. So come and visit a rocket home today. Rocket Homes, the homes of the future.
6. Listen to the slogans, then complete the words with R or double R.
Barry's Burgers are the best in the world.
Don't worry, don't be afraid. Buy a brand new car today.
Sorry, but your computer's terrible. Time to try a really great one. Don't carry your own groceries. Let one of our robots do that.
Ice cream isn't nice cream without Shirley's strawberry syrup. Are you often wrong when you think you're right? Are you embarrassed by your memory? Take Magic Brain tablets.
After listening the audios, I'm gonna help you, and I suppose that everybody get the correct words for the sentences in order to complete the paragraph. We have these words in order to complete it: tomorrow, powerful, future, horrifying, rooms, and trees. Pay attention and take notes. Pongan atención y tomen nota. Are you bored with the apartment? Are your rooms revolting? Is your home horrifying? They don't live in the house of yesterday. Move to the home of tomorrow. Our houses are taller than trees, lighter than air, more powerful than hurricanes. So come and visit a rocket home today. Rocket homes, the homes of the future. These are the words that complement the paragraph. Take notes. Tomen nota. And the second activity consists on listen to the slogans, then complete the words with R or double R. Van a completarlas utilizando una R o dos, dependiendo cómo se escriban las palabras. Okay, I suppose that this activity is very easy. If you have any question about it, ask me on the chat. Okay, now we are going to continue with the last activity for today's class, that is practice book. Dear students, we are going to continue working on page number 39 of your practice book. Please, everyone, take out your practice book and go on page number 39. I'm going to give you some seconds in order you can prepare your practice book. And we are going to start with the first activity related with this. Okay, as you can see here, we have that the main content for this activity is reflexive pronouns. Did you remember how you are going to use reflexive pronouns? Did you remember? This content is very easy to understand, I think, right? Ese contenido es fácil de entender. Pero si usted hay algo que no ha comprendido, pues me puede hacerlo saber en el chat. Los voy a leer y con gusto les voy a responder a sus preguntas. Okay? Write your questions on this chat and I'm gonna answer. Let's start. Here we have the first activity consists on match the parts of the sentences. Match the parts of the sentences. Let's start. How many sentences do we have here? We have 6 sentences. Look at the pictures and identify them with the corresponding sentence. Además, vamos a identificar cada imagen con la oración correspondiente. According to this, I grew these vegetables. What is the correct option, boys and girls? I grew these vegetables. What is it? That is here we have okay, this is what you are gonna do. You are gonna match the sentence with the corresponding reflexive pronoun. Now we are gonna continue with the number 2. Did you build a wall? Did you build the wall? What is it? Yourself. Did you build the wall yourself? This is the option. The next one is Pilar painted her bedroom herself. Remember, we are talking about Pilar. She is the subject. For that reason, the reflexive pronoun is herself. Then the other sentence, Billy designed his treehouse himself. Billy designed his treehouse himself. The next, we clean the backyard. We clean the backyard ourselves. Here we have, we clean the backyard ourselves. And the last one, Mike and Kate fix the door. Mike and Kate fix the door. What is the subject here? The subject is Mike and Kate. They, okay? And the only is this. themselves. And here we have the exercise related with reflexive pronouns. I'm gonna give you time in order you can take notes. Me voy a dar tiempito para que tomen nota. Okay, here we have the reflexive pronouns according to each sentence. And you are going to write a number according to the sentence with the corresponding picture that you have here. Okay? Identify the pictures with the sentences. Now, it's time to continue with the last activity for this page, and we almost finished our class. As you can see on exercise number 2, we continue talking about reflexive pronouns. According to activity number 2, we say, look at the pictures and write sentences with reflexive pronouns. We have an example here. We have the example. Look at the pictures and write sentences with reflexive pronouns. Number 1, who helped her cut the grass? The answer is using reflexive pronouns. La respuesta, utilizando pronombres reflexivos, es she cut the grass herself. She cut the grass herself. Take into account this example in order you can continue writing the following statements. Number 2, the question is, who made his hat? Who made his hat? Take notes, my dear boys and girls. The number 2, we say that who walked the dog? He walked the dog himself. Here we have himself. Himself. Next. Number 4. Who fixed their roof? Who fixed their roof? They fixed their roof themselves. Remember, themselves. Themselves. Here we have, okay, in order you can take notes. Himself. And in here we have themselves. Themselves. Okay, my dear boys and girls, this is all for today's class. If you have any question about the activities we were studying, you can write me on this chat and I'm gonna read your questions and I'm gonna answer. Okay, I'm here to help you and we are gonna continue the next week.